that was news, and now we got some special guests for today. Um, do y'all want to start introducing yourself? Like,
This is D-line coach, Coach Tank. Most of you know me as Coach Tank, but it's also Coach Miles. I'm also the PE teacher over in the Lever Gym.
Hi, this is Coach Sly, new football coach. Uh, Happy to be home with the Warriors.
it's cool. That's cool. So I want to ask Coach Sly first. What was the biggest selling point for you to become the new head football coach at Pueblo?
Coming back home, uh, grew up, uh, went to school here, graduated in '92, and just wanted to be back. Wanted to get back to my community and put the Warriors back on the block.
Does it feel good being back home?
Feels great.
Is there
Feels
any
great.
big differences from when you were last year to now?
Um, no, I mean, honestly, I believe kids are kids no matter where they are. Of course, it's a different location, but football's the same. And I think that right now we're working towards getting better every single day, and guys are giving their effort and competing, and that's all we can do. So I'm excited for the challenge.
It's cool. Now for both of you guys, I'll start with Coach Tank. Um, what are your motivations to being a coach? Is there anyone who motivates you or inspires you?
Um, so back when I was younger, he's not technically my godfather, but I always looked at him as hey, this was the second man in command outside of my own
Mm-hmm.
dad. My former coach, Coach Edward Pierce, he was my elementary PE coach, and he followed me through middle school and all through high school, and he was always on my football staff. And he was one of those people that if I was goofing off in class, they didn't call my parents, they called him. And he was the guy that kind of kept me on the straight and narrow in school. So I always wanted to emulate myself behind him. He was always cool, laid back, kind of how I like to try to be,
Yeah.
goofy, crack jokes every now and then, but also be that standard of, hey, there's a time and place for play, and there's a time and place for work, and I wanted to emulate that same narrative, moving forward.
What about you, Coach Sly?
So that would be my parents. I wanted to. I want them to see me successful. So they're inspiring me. Uh, Also, I've had great coaches, that I've had in my life, and definitely had a big part of what I do. And also teachers that actually when I was here, and it's cool getting those messages now from those same teachers and coaches when I was a student here.
Yeah.
It's inspiring. I really want to make sure that the kids that I work with are great to go on to whatever community they go on to and be successful. So that's the reason why I do it. It's a great thing to see you guys successful after you leave high school.
Yeah. And then for both of you guys again, what do you guys want to bring to the program for each of you? Kind of skill sets do you want to bring to them? And what do you want to leave if you guys ever do go?
One of my favorite things I always preach, and my guy Alec, he knows, is details. In life, when you move on, even outside of football, in schoolwork, in your daily job or whatever, you learn that the little details matter. It's the things that you tend to overlook that sometimes means it's the most important thing. So one thing I try to preach with my boys is, hey, don't overlook those little small things. Those are small things that add up to big things.
Yeah.
When you build a house, you start with your foundation, but everything after that is brick by brick. The bricks are the details.
And you, Coach Sly?
So obviously have a saying, leave a legacy, and a legacy it means different meanings to different people. But to me, it means how are you with someone when they meet you, when you're out in the community, when just word of mouth. Hey, I met this person, and I think that they're great people. Obviously, making sure that you're helping them in any kind of way. I have same friends that I had when I was here in high school, that I still hang out with and have family functions and stuff like that. So leave a legacy. That's the biggest thing and that's what I want us to do as a football program is leave a legacy.
Then one last question. What are you guys' expectations for the upcoming year?
My expectation is, whether we win or we lose, obviously expectation is to win. My idea is we're going to win every single game that we go out there to play. But it's not even just about the wins or losses. It's like how we get those wins or how we lose. You know, most importantly to me is how do we conduct ourselves in those manners. Like if we win, hey, let's be humble. If we lose, let's be gracious. You know.
And then for you, Coach?
So, winning is everything. We have to win in the classroom. We have to win in our school, being out there, you know, in the courtyard, being in the weight room, winning, just competing, and that right there sets up success. This year, of course, we want to win, and we're going to win. We're going to go about it doing it the right way with class, making sure that, you know, we want to play a good brand of football, but we also want to be classy. We're going to have fun. I can't wait for this season. I think it's going to be like no other. I can't wait for all those stands to be packed and music playing. We're going to obviously have a DJ out there. We're going to have a great time and just restore pride back to the South Side.
Looking forward to it. And then just how can kids get involved with football? Is there practices? How can they start going?
So, yeah, right now we're practicing Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Also, I'm on campus, so, you know, I'll be walking around if anybody has any questions. You know, I'm always open to talking to guys. I just met a young man this morning and invited him to practice. So, but one thing I will share right now, if you're in, you're in, and that's what we're going to do. So if you're in, let's go ahead and get in right now. We're not waiting till the summertime to start things. We want to start working on our foundation, like Coach said, and those details, so we can hit the ground running in August and be ready for our first game against Nogales.
Also, just real quick to piggyback, if you have a PE class, you might want to talk to your counselors about switching that to a weight training class. That way you can get on the weights right now and start developing your body for the season as well.
Yep.
All right. Thank y'all. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for
Shout
having
out to
us.
the herd.
Yeah. That was 98.7 The Block. Be sure to reach us at 98.7 The Block on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, or at 98.7theblock.com. Next song for you guys is Love Galore by SZA and Travis Scott.